to my content that exists. But we're about to launch into another episodic installation of hashtag My Gamer Story, folks. Hashtag My Gamer Story. So, you may have realized, you may have watched, I've been doing some video game speedruns recently. I've been trying to get back into several different series. And one of them that I've been playing a lot is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series on the mobile machines known as the Game Boy. And so recently I got the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dungeon Dice Monsters world record. Best in the world! I'm good. I'm better than you. Just saying. And I have moved on. This is my next project. Is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Eternal Duelist Soul. This is the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Game on Game Boy Advance. It follows the card game, the official card game, trading card game rule set. And so this is going to be my next speedrun project. I wanted to talk about this. I've decided I'm going to try and get the world record for every single Yu-Gi-Oh! Game that is on mobile machines. So Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. I might go and try to do Nintendo DS runs, but I don't have a Nintendo DS capture device. So, you know, right now I'm just thinking about Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. And so anyway, so this is my next project, right? So I'm going to try to get the record for Yu-Gi-Oh! Eternal Duelist Soul. In addition to Dungeon Dice Monsters, this is going to be my next project. But I was also thinking, so I've had most of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, for a while now, but there's a couple that I don't have, and, you know, there's also a couple that are Japanese exclusive, right? So I'm going to give you all a little history lesson. So the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Game released in the United States of America, to my understanding, is this one, which I have yet to play. This is the Game Boy Color game, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Duel Stories. And so this is the very first Yu-Gi-Oh! Game released in North America, to my understanding. And so, you know, there it goes. This is for Game Boy Color. And so, now again, I started with Dungeon Dice Monsters because that's the first one released on Game Boy Advance, and it's also one of my favorites. And now I'm doing Eternal Duelist Soul. But after I'm done Eternal Duelist Soul, I'm planning on going back to do Dark Duel Stories, right? But also, again, we're doing a little bit of a history lesson here. So Dark Duel Stories, this is actually not the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. This is just the first one that was released in North America. So recently, I managed to I made an acquisition of some kind with, some of the amazing stream contributions that people have made. And so I got the very first Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. This is called Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. This is the original, very first Yu-Gi-Oh! Game and on Game Boy, but it's Japanese only. Once again, this was not released in the United States of America, right? So I'm going to try to do a speedrun of this. Here's the back of the box. And it looks very cartoony. It's definitely got that original manga stylization to it that I really like. But I also got this. I got Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters 2. Dark Duel Stories. So this is the second Yu-Gi-Oh! Game to be released. Now, you might know Dark Duel Stories, right? So are these the same games? So we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Duel Stories, the first American game. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters 2, the second Japanese game, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters 2, Dark Duel Stories. Are these the same game? Right? Like, is this the English version of this game? Wrong! Right? This is Duel Monsters 2, right? This is Duel Monsters 3, aka Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters 3. It's like try something, holy something, I don't know. I forget the subtitle and I can't read Japanese. But this game, these are the same, all right? So these are the same game. This is not the same game. This is Duel Monsters 2, Dark Duel Stories. This is Duel Monsters 3, and this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Duel Stories. These are not the same game. So when I was looking into the Japanese exclusive games, I thought that these were the same games and not these. Because why would they call this one Dark Duel Stories and then make a third game and then release the third game in America and call the third game Dark Duel Stories? Why? Well, I don't know. All I know is I'm a little chronologically confused. That's what I know, okay? So anyway, I guess they liked the title of this one and didn't like the title of this one, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. All I know is they took the title from this one, added it to this one, and then made this one, right? So these two are the same fucking game, right? And this one has the same name as this one. I don't know, but I haven't played the Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh games before, because, you know, I did not live in Japan when I was younger. Unfortunately, I lived in the United States when I was younger. So for me, this was something I had dealt with. This was one of my favorite games as a kid, Eternal Duel Assault. This is the one I'm currently speedrunning. But once I'm done Eternal Duel Assault, I'm going to go back and play the Japanese ones. And so there's a little bit of a history lesson, and that's going to be something I'm projected to, you know, put some time and effort into. But there you go. That's my current project. So, do a little bit of a history lesson there, and I love Yu-Gi-Oh! So, all right, pop quiz. All right, pop quiz. All right, y'all. You ready for the pop? No, I'm just joking. There's no pop quiz. What the fuck? What are the most obscure games you've got? That could be a whole different... That's a whole different... Like, I would love to go and get them and show them on screen. So, another time I will talk about that. But anyway, that's my hashtag MyGamerStory. And so, there you go.